I'm Jennifer Ray. Welcome to The Pulse. Today we are at Petco, highlighting Pet Haven, one of the many organizations where you can find a rescue cat or dog. So come join me in meeting today many cats and dogs up for adoption. Well, I want to welcome Kate Mudge, who is the director of Pet Haven, and we're going to talk a little bit about things that we can do to help Pet Haven, which then in turn helps the little four-legged angels. And
sometimes three-legged.
Sometimes three-legged. That does happen on occasion.
Yeah.
And fostering. I think fostering is so important, and a lot of people don't realize what that entails. Because if somebody calls Pet Haven and says, I need to relinquish a dog or a cat, they have to have a place to go. So Can you tell us about the fostering, what you're looking for, what's the ideal situation for somebody to sign up to be a foster?
Absolutely. Well, yeah, fostering is a bit unique for Pet Haven. We're the Minnesota's oldest foster-based animal rescue in Minnesota, founded in 1952. And compared to a shelter environment where animals are kept, obviously, in a shelter, we keep all of our animals in private foster homes. So if you're interested in fostering, a couple things to know. You can always get an online application on our website and fill it out, and our foster coordinator gets in touch, provides training to people who are interested in opening up their homes to a cat or dog. We do a really good job matching a cat or dog to a foster's lifestyle. So if somebody wants to foster a smaller dog or a larger dog or a special needs animal, we make sure that it is a good match. And then I also just want to note that with fostering, there's no expense at all to a foster. Pet Haven covers all of the medical care, all of the supplies, the leashes, the food. So we like to say that we will provide the supplies and fosters provide the love and care for the animals.
Yes, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears sometimes.
There is. It is not for the faint of heart.
It is wonderful. I've done it myself. I've got 3 Pet Haven kitties that are now our forever kitties.
Nice.
But I wanted to also include that they even donate the cat litter if you're a cat foster. They even donate the cat litter along with cat food. And you know, if you don't need that, then you don't have to take it. But if you need that and that's what it takes for you to open your home, they provide all of the supplies.
Absolutely.
Now, that is one way to volunteer, and I will tell you that those little angels will take a little piece of your heart, but it's so worth it. And volunteering. We just had one gal come up who's new to volunteer today. She happens to be a veterinarian.
Yeah.
And so there is so many different areas that you can use, even if you can't open up your home to foster.
Yep.
And those areas would be?
Yeah, well, gosh, you name it. We have people who help transport animals in their cars to and from appointments. We have people who help with the adoption process for data entry. We've got volunteer veterinarians. We have, really, you name it. If you have a skill, we can use it. Except for myself, the hundreds of people that make Pet Haven work are all volunteers. So some of them are CPAs. Some of them just have a love for animals, but as you said, can't have an animal in their house. So we find specific projects. Maybe they help write the newsletter. Maybe they help with that data entry. Lots and lots of different things.
And technology. There's a website that needs to be maintained.
Yeah, we have a brand new website. So for anybody who has that IT expertise,
or creative people who want to help craft a newsletter and get articles from people,
Absolutely.
And they can put that together.
Yeah, we use volunteers for adoption events like this. You know, hosts that are willing to come out and greet the public and work with our fosters. We're currently looking for a foster coordinator. So somebody, as we were talking about fosters before, that can do those home visits and provide an orientation to new volunteers so they kind of understand what we're about and make sure that they're supported. So if anybody has any questions at all about volunteering, they can visit our website. pethavenmn.org is our website, and there's a whole page devoted to volunteer positions along with that online application.
Perfect. And then adoption, of course, is the main goal, to find a forever home for all of these little animals.
Absolutely.
And what's included with the cost of adoption?
Yes, so adoption fees include all vaccinations for dogs and cats. In addition, the dogs and cats will be spayed and neutered prior to being adopted. They'll have a microchip, so if they were to ever get run away or get lost, we'll be able to find them. They have a Pet Haven tag, which is kind of fun. A lot of people who have been longtime adopters will keep that tag for their animals and share it with us. So everything. And if they're a dog, they have heartworm preventative as well as flea and tick preventative for dogs and cats. So you name it, people will sometimes scoff at an adoption fee of anywhere between $120 and $390. But when you get all of that included, you would pay far more out of pocket if you were to go and just
3 to 4 times is more.
Yes, probably. So we like to think that it's a good deal. Plus, you're rescuing an animal, so.
And that's always a good idea. I know that the Humane Society has a program where if you have a cat or dog that has puppies or a kitten, you can actually bring the litter in. I'm hoping they still do. And then they might provide low-cost spaying in addition to that, so we don't have continued unwanted litters. Which brings us to the Spay and Neuter Initiative.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about what Pet Haven has done for the Spay and Neuter Initiative?
Absolutely. Well, since 2005, Pet Haven has made grant funds available to local organizations in Minnesota to help support those organizations, which are usually smaller and they tend to be rural, but they have a component of spay-neuter prevention. So we make these grants anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000 available to them. Again, we believe that you can't really adopt your way out of the problem of pet overpopulation. And so to that end, we see what happens when dogs and cats are allowed to have litter after litter. So we really want to get the problem at its root. And so by doing our SNP grants, that's just one way that we have to be able to go back into communities and help reduce pet overpopulation. Since 2005, we provided more than $200,000 to organizations. We also do some work with low-income pet owners here in the Twin Cities area by helping to provide some support for spay and neuter that they might get through subsidized programs. And so we're just really proud of the fact that not only do we find forever homes for these dogs and cats, but that we also work so hard on spay and neuter, because that's really how you're going to solve a lot of the problems that we have with pet overpopulation.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just want to go over a couple of statistics here. So for the spay and neutering, just one unaltered female dog and her offspring can produce 67,000 puppies in only 6 years. And likewise, in 7 years, one female cat and all of her offspring can produce an incredible 370,000 kittens. So if you are inclined to be generous enough to donate the cost of a spay or neuter, anywhere from $150, $300, dogs, females and dogs are a little bit more expensive. And I mean, my goodness, cost of that, you're saving 67,000 puppies for one dog that will be euthanized or put into animal research facilities. So that really goes a long way. And if you want to donate to Pet Haven, Spay Neuter Initiative, go to pethavenmn.org. So thank you, Kate, for giving us all sorts of information. We love Pet Haven. It's a fabulous organization. And now we get to meet some cats and dogs up for adoption. Well, I'm here with the cat director at Pet Haven, Marianne Cameron, and today we're going to see some cute little kittens that are up for adoption. So Marianne, can you tell us about this little angel?
This guy is named Kirby.
Kirby?
And he's one of 6. 1 girl in that litter and 5 little boys. And this is Clark, he's gray and white, and Kent is a tabby gray and white. They all have a little white on them, and here's KC back here.
Alan, you want to show Casey?
This is the 2nd litter we have taken with their mother from Chicago and Lake Street, and they both had 6 kittens, sorry.
Both litters were 6 kittens each. And they are absolutely adorable. And what kind of a home are we looking for with these?
Oh, probably still with another cat, because they still like to sleep in a heap. That's what we call it. Yep. So they're not very mature yet.
Here, I'll take one of them here.
Okay.
And which one is this cute little gray and white one?
Clark.
Clark? Hi, Clark. My goodness, you're very cute. You're very sweet. Look at you. Are you a little escape artist too? Oh my goodness. Well, these guys are so adorable. And how old are they?
9 weeks, 10 weeks. Yeah.
So they're ready?
Yeah.
They're ready for adoption?
On Monday, they get spayed and neutered,
Okay.
and then they are ready.
Marianne, what can you tell us about this little girl, Scarlett?
Well, she came in as about a 9 or 10 week old kitten, and we still have her. She's gotten to be a really pretty little girl. She's very busy. She's probably 7 months old now. She gets up on the counters. She does all sorts of tricks, but she's very loving. She likes to be in your lap. She's good with another cat or a dog, so she's very versatile.
That's good. That's good. And I was petting her, and boy, she is like extra soft.
Isn't she?
Whatever makes the cat extra soft, I think part of it's food, but sometimes they just have extra soft fur, and she is just a little lover. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, little Scarlett. And look at those golden eyes. So Scarlett will hope that somebody might be interested and look you up on the website. And then Marge, if I had you mic'd, I'd have you just go ahead and talk about Yo-Yo.
This is Yo-Yo. He's under a year also. He has a brother named Frisbee, and they were a little shy when they came in, but both are very loving boys. Both have huge motors. We could have named both of them Hoover. So, you know, just a crazy acting little guy. Gets along very well with another cat, likes to be held, likes to sleep on the pillow next to you. So, again.
And is this one used to dogs also?
No.
No? This
No.
one's not used to dogs.
I think he'd be all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a respectful dog.
Right,
He would.
right.
He would.
And that's the key,
Yeah.
really, is whether
It's
the
the
dog
introduction.
Is,
Yeah.
Because some of them have not been used to cats, and they'll chase and kind of make their life miserable, and we don't want that. We want nice, harmonious homes. So Yo-Yo, hello. And if you're interested in Yo-Yo or his brother Frisbee, take a look at the website. And next up, we're looking at some four-legged dogs, and we have Danielle, who is a foster. So she keeps this dog at her house, and this is Mercy. So can you tell us a little bit about Mercy?
Yeah, we've actually had Mercy for about a year now. She loves everyone, so no one can understand. She's a volunteer favorite. Everyone who meets her just loves her, so no one quite gets why she's still been with us, but she's waiting for the perfect home.
I guess. And we are so surprised because not only is she like the biggest sweetheart in the whole wide world, she's super smart, and she's even been highlighted on 2 different TV shows, and she has not been adopted. So now, what's her personality like?
She's a big lover. She loves to cuddle, to play. She does well with other dogs. I have a pit bull boxer mix, and she does really well with him.
And she's pretty high energy, right?
If she gets a good walk in a day, then she can spend the rest of the day just kind of cuddling, finding a comfy spot to curl up. So
Okay. And
she's
how
kind
old
of a
is she?
mix. She's about 2.5 now.
So fairly young, and still just full of a lot of good energy. So if you're interested in giving Mercy a home, feel free to look at the website. Give us a call at Pet Haven. Next up, we have Ashley, who's here with Bandit. And Bandit just stole my heart right away. I mean, he's very eye-catching, but he's new to Pet Haven.
Brand new.
Brand new. So how many days, weeks?
Just less than a week.
Less
He
than
came
a
in
week.
on a Martin County transfer. We partner with Martin County, and they had some dogs that came in, so we took him along with some others that came right into our foster care program, and he's been doing great.
And I know that we have a lot of energy here, and we've got a very strong dog. So what is the breed of this dog?
Well, we're not 100% sure. Definitely thinking maybe some boxer pit bull mix of some sort.
And he has been just a little angel, and we've kind of come out of the fray because it's pretty chaotic over there with all the dogs together, so we're bringing him here, but he's been just a little doll. And he has also shown an enormous amount of strength.
Yes.
So do we have an exercise program set up? Do you run? Do you walk? What do you do?
Yep. For him, he definitely needs lots of walks. Not much of a runner that we know of yet. Like I said, he's brand new.
Yep.
But definitely needs the long walks.
And a big yard. In a perfect world, a big yard with a fence.
Yes, of
So
course.
he can go get some exercise.
Yep.
And how much does he weigh? He looks like he's maybe 70 pounds.
Yeah, somewhere between 70 and 80 pounds.
And he's got the beautiful black with the white little collar that's natural. And how much is his adoption fee?
He is listed at $320. And that
$320.
includes all the vetting, microchip, everything you need to get started with a dog. So
Sure.
come here.
Well, we'll wish Bandit good luck in finding a fabulous home.
Thank you.
Here's Steph, who's actually a volunteer. She's not a foster, but she is a volunteer, and she's volunteering today on an adoption day here at Petco. And she is going to tell us a little bit about Pongo. Pongo has the green collar,
Yep,
right?
so Pongo's
And
right
Zeke.
here, and this is Zeke.
Okay, and what kind of dogs are these?
You know, I'm not sure what they are. I think they're Bichon Pomeranian.
Okay.
But I do know that Pongo and Zeke, they came together. Their owner actually passed away. She was a long-time volunteer for Pet Haven. And she actually wrote a letter before she passed away saying that she'd like her dogs to go through Pet Haven if anything were to happen to her.
Of course.
So Pongo, he's 13, and Zeke is 10 years old.
So we've got 13 and 10 years old. So in a perfect world, somebody that's looking for 2 dogs that can enjoy.
In a perfect world, but you know, they could go separate too. I mean, just whatever we can take at this point.
Sure.
Yep.
Whatever gets them a forever home.
Exactly.
But in a perfect world, there'd be a home that would be big enough for 2 little angels.
Exactly.
And do we know about like their 10 and 13? But yet I also find sometimes smaller dogs have just as much energy, if not
Yes,
more, than
yes.
a big dog. So do we know their energy level?
Well, I just met them about an hour ago, and they're pretty energetic. I mean, I would never guess that he would be 13 and he would be 10. So they definitely act younger than their age.
And they're both boys.
Both boys, yep. So Pongo, he does have, he's blind in one eye, so that does require eye drops every day. So he is
Okay.
considered a
special needs.
Yep.
Okay.
But really, that's it. It's just low maintenance, just an eye drop a day. So.
Well, I am one that's very familiar with eye problems with animals, so that isn't that big of a deal, and the dogs get very used to it, and it's, something that somebody can maintain pretty easily. Other than that, it looks like we've got good teeth and good health.
Right.
So.
And they are discounted because they are senior dogs. So.
Okay, so there's a senior discount.
Yes.
Not
senior
only when we get to
discount.
be 50 or 55 or whatever the age is for what it is, we also get a senior discount with the dogs.
Right.
Do we know what the senior discount is?
It's $220, and that includes, the spay, neuter, the chip, and I believe a couple other things in that. So,
Super.
and the money goes to a good cause. So.
Oh, it sure does. It sure
So
does.
it's a $100 discount total.
Well, good luck to you, Pongo, and good luck to you, Zeke. Thanks for coming today. We have Karen here with Izzy. Now, Karen, you're Izzy's foster, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So what can you tell us about this little angel? What kind of a dog is he?
Izzy is a Chihuahua Pomeranian mix. She's about 5 years old. And she's a little overweight, but we're working on it.
And how long have you had her as a foster?
I've had her about a week and a half.
Oh, so young.
So she's
Not-
pretty
not very-
she's
not
pretty
very
new. She's doing really good. She was really scared when I first got her for the first couple of days, but she's
Sure.
really started to come out of her shell. So she
Sure.
came from kind of a rough home environment, but she's settling in good.
Do we know about anything about her background?
Yep, she was an owner surrender, and she lived in a home with a mom and a dad and a boy, and they had some problems in the family and went their separate ways, and she couldn't go with them, so she came to us.
So she came to us.
Yep.
And now is she on what is the regiment for getting her a little slimmer?
No more human food.
Oh, she was getting a lot
She
of
was
human
getting
food.
a lot of human food.
Okay.
So she's on a low-calorie diet now and monitored amounts and minimal treats, but good quality treats if she does get
Yep,
treats.
yep.
And no human food.
Now, is there does she have to go on a walk for a half an hour a day, or what's
Not at
what's
this point.
recommended?
Yeah. At this point, it's just kind of monitoring her and watching her, and we haven't been walking yet. She does love to walk, but we're kind of getting a little weight off to make sure we
Right.
don't do any injury to the knees. But
Right.
She's been checked by the vet, and the vet was surprised that her knees were so great as they were, and she's got no issues at all that way. So,
Oh, she's beautiful and she is super soft.
yep, and she lives with dogs and cats and kids.
So she gets
and
along with dogs, cats, kids.
Yep.
And does she have a yard that's fenced?
She has a fenced yard, but she doesn't wander. So she's been off leash in the front yard, and she pretty much stays
a
where
good
she's supposed to. And she either comes when she's called, or she lays down where she is and makes you come to her.
Smart dog.
Yep.
Smart and spoiled dog.
But she is a cuddler and a sweetie all around.
Well, she sure seems that way. So if you're interested in a smaller dog, Izzy certainly is an option for you. So go to the website, pethavenmn.org, and take a look for Izzy. And the last one we have here is Grizzly, and he's fostered by Dawn. And the good news about this is all of these dogs have been fairly recent, which means there's been a lot of adoptions. So thank goodness for that. What can you tell us about Grizzly? He is just
He
cute as can
is
be.
7 months old.
7 months old.
He's a Chihuahua mix.
Chihuahua mix.
He
Can I
just-
try holding him,
yep.
or is that not a good idea?
Yep. He just came in from Texas last night.
Oh, Texas last night.
Yep.
Oh, so you had a big trip.
Yep, he was in a transport with 37 other dogs and his brother.
Oh, my.
His brother was one of them.
His brother was one of them.
And he's going to be a Pet Haven foster.
Haven
He's a
foster.
Pet Haven
Yep,
foster
yep.
dog too. So
And I see he's got a little sweater on. He's got his
Yep.
Christmas sweater on. And should we put can we put him on the ground and see what he's up to?
he's not quite used to this cold yet.
Oh, I bet not. Not coming from Texas.
Oh,
Come here,
no.
sweetheart. Come here, honey.
Come here, buddy.
Well, you are just a little love. When she was holding you before this, he was just super duper friendly. And this is a big change for you, going from Texas to Minnesota to a new home, and you don't know anything. That's a big deal. So now, what kind of a mix is he again?
Chihuahua mix. We don't know what exactly he's mixed with. We're thinking it's probably a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, because he looks, well, he's just as cute as can be.
He is. He
But
is.
even I'm trying to figure out what it is. Golly, it could be Australian sheepdog, it could be German Shepherd, it could be all sorts of different things in your background. Now, how did he come up here from Texas? Do we know that story?
They had a bunch of dogs down there that were on the euthanasia list. And so they worked with the Humane Society and then one of our coordinators. And 2 of us at Pet Haven fostered some of the dogs that were coming up here. And the rest of them are going to the Humane Society.
So there's a lot of dogs, as always, that need to be adopted. And if you're interested in this little dolly named Grizzly, looks like it could use a good forever home, feel free to go to the website, pethavenmn.org. And I want to thank Pet Haven and all of their volunteers and their little dogs for sharing with us today their stories, and hopefully you'll have an interest in adding one to your home. Always remember rescue. I, of course, have a place in my heart for Pet Haven because I think they're wonderful. pethavenmn.org. Thanks for watching. I'm Jennifer Ray. We'll see you next time on The Pulse.